Hey, what's up guys, Meg here. So this is a series that I played against someone called Milk. He has a YouTube channel, by the way, check out in the description if you wish. We're playing in a YouTuber tournament. I might as well just get this going. I do have to record in post though, because when we played, because of like time zone differences, I couldn't actually record live. So as you can see, I've gone attack Wids here, because he has banned Ace, and usually I would go DFA here, so that was kind of unlucky, so I decided to go attack. And he's brought Dartling Bomb, as you can see. And I'll try to remember to block the time, so then you can't see when it ends. But if I don't, then I guess you can have a look. Anyway, I'm going to send to 262, which I believe is the eco start. I'm not entirely sure. And it should force a powerful darts here. So the idea was that I assumed he would be playing NG, because like his profile picture is an engineer after all. So I decided I'll go attack and I'll just try and drain him as much as possible. But he has brought Dartling here, which I thought I was pretty happy with, to be honest, because Dartling Bomb you can drain with BFBs quite well with attack Wiz, especially with the anti-stalling spot right at the start here. A very solid spot would be right in the middle, but right at the start it anti-stalls quite well, hence why I put it at the start. So yeah, we're going to be going fairly aggro, because his strat will perform better late game than ours, because Bomb is just a lot cheaper than Wizard, for like defense against Moabs and BFBs and whatever. So yeah, we're saving up for some greens here. The decision comes, do we go for the plantation or the greens? I decide I don't want to take this too late game, so I'm going to try and pressure his side as much as possible, and also I saw he went for his plantation, so it was a fairly obvious choice to send some greens here to try and force a bomb or an extra Dartling. And I'm gonna keep sending to try and force frags, and there it is. But I decided I'll keep on sending on the off chance that some might get through. In hindsight, it's just a big waste of money because as you can see, none of them are really getting through. So I'm like, okay, screw this. I'll just send some blacks behind it to try and the greens are going to be blocking the Dartling, so the blacks should try and make it through okay, and we do manage to force a cluster there. So the more I can get him to spend on his defense, the better. Plus I'm getting really good eco here as well, so I'll be able to out-farm him as well down the line. So round 8, there's absolutely no point sending him any yellows that would just get destroyed. And there's very little I can send him up until round probably 11, maybe I can try something, but round 13 with zebras is probably the way to go here. So I'm just going to keep farming on. He could probably send us some yellows, and it would probably force another tackle or a wizard perhaps. But obviously he desires to go passive because he knows that his strat will perform better late game. Round 10 he's going to send a lead just to force a wizard, fairly standard stuff here. I can't afford to farm any more because round 11 is coming up, and I was quite worried about any whites he may send because he's been playing very passively. But luckily for me, I think he didn't actually send any whites. I think he should have, because I don't know, just put a bit of pressure on my side, you know, don't let me out farm him because I've already almost caught up in farms here. He sent a lot in camos here. I don't really think it's worth it. I think only one region zebra set would have been worth. 2 was just kind of excessive. Okay, so once I defended that, I saved up a bit of money and I decided to rush with some zebras, I believe it was. Yeah, so I rushed with a lot of zebras actually, and then I sent blacks behind it. And obviously the bomb can't really hit the zebras until the Dartling hits the zebras, and he dies to that rush. So unlucky for him, he probably needed another powerful darts right at the start here. But yeah, zebras are just very powerful against bomb, so I wouldn't go Dartling Bomb unless you're aware of like what defense defends what, if you get me. Okay, so this next game against Milk is on Dread. As you can see, we're both going Heli Ice. Usually I would go DFA here. It was a tough choice on what to go. He did ban... No, I banned Cobra. And he did ban Ace. So I can go Dart here. and I was thrown right into the deep end with Heli here because I really just don't play heli ever, so I kind of just had to guess what to do, just from playing against heli players. So I sent a 252 eco, which I thought was the correct eco number, and it turns out it was, but I should have sent reds instead of blues, because it would have made, it would have made him leak more than I have here. I placed down my heli a bit late. I was trying to get the placement perfectly on point for a late game. Turns out it didn't really matter. It's pretty easy to fit 2 helis in the bottom right corner here anyway. So I leaked probably 10 lives I didn't have to there. Anyway, round 4 is coming up. You could send some pinks here to try and force quad darts, but we both decided we'll go for the plantation because heli ice is supposed to be a fairly passive strat. And I will say again here, I don't play heli like at all. So, you know, don't judge the gameplay. Okay, so he sends he's gonna start sending pinks now, I think, to try and force quad darts. I don't know if this is this game or another game I played. Okay, it's not this game. It was, yeah, because some people try sending pinks to force a quad darts, which on Dread you have to send so many pinks, it's not really worth it. You may as well farm on and wait for blacks. So yeah, I managed to get up my farm slightly earlier than him, and he starts sending me blacks, and this will force a quad darts relatively easily. But I'm not going to just get it up straight away, I'm going to counter with some blacks, and he stopped sending, so I'm not going to get up the quad darts quite yet. I do want to force him to send as much as I can here. And look, we forced a ice as well. I think that's a 1-0 ice as well, so I'm pretty happy about that. He sent enough blacks now, finding out quad darts, and yeah, as you can see, we did manage to force quite a lot of sending from him by just waiting to get the quad darts. Round 7, round 8 is coming up, so it'd be very stupid to go for the plantation here. So I'm deciding I'll just save up a bit of money for defense on my side and to rush on his side. So I prepare the 0-0 ice. I start sending some whites to hopefully try and force quad darts, and then I'll balloon boost the yellows behind it. And as you can see, it's doing pretty well. The idea of forcing the quad darts was to prevent him from placing another ice, and as you can see, it forces a tower boost, so pretty good rush from me. If I were him, I'd be looking to counter, which he does. So good job by him. As you can see, I try some ice timing here. But ice timing doesn't really work with 0-0s that well. You kind of need to get like extra range on the ice, which is why I leaked quite a lot there. I probably should have just gone straight for the rotors or another snap freeze perhaps, because the a very good ice upgrade is the right side 0-1, the permafrost. And yeah, I'm going to balloon boost whites here to hopefully try and force a lot more defense, maybe even a boost. I really didn't have the money to send that, and well played Milk, his heli micro was very good. He all he needed was another ice at the end, so well played there. Okay, so it's now round 13. He could send me some zebras and that would force quite a bit of defense. Let's see if he does that here. I go for the plantation because he hasn't, and this is like a prime point to balloon boost some zebras at me. And yeah, he's placed down another heli in preparation. And I'd be quite stupid to send zebras, so yeah, he's going to send us some. Hopefully the ice there should help out, but no, we have to tower boost. I probably should have got like another rotors instead of an ice, and I wouldn't have needed to boost. Because as you can see, I do have a lot of money on hand, so I feel like that tower boost was a bit unnecessary, to be honest. I get up another heli here, just in case he decides to re-rush, which he does, and he decides to send a camera rush. So at this point, I decide I'll just sell my ice and get up a rotors here, and we'll defend that very easily. Yeah, there we go. Round 16 is here. Now that I've got 2 rotors and a snap freeze, there's really nothing he can send me. I try sending some zebras with whites behind to try and overwhelm the helis. As you can see, it forced a few more ices as well. If I were him, I probably would have gone for a rotors. By the way, he does defend it without having to boost, so well played. We're on a similar eco. I am slightly ahead though. And in terms of defense, I'd rather have my defense than his, because rotors perform a lot better against Moabs than ices, of course. So now's the question: do we send each other mobs or do we just keep on farming? Turns out neither of us send mobs. I try sending a bit of a a bit of a balloon rush with zebras and whites behind. He tries sending whites at us, and it forced another ice actually. So it wasn't an awful rush, I guess, and it was also very good eco. As you can see, I have quite the eco lead here. 580 versus 730, quite the eco lead, which means that gradually I will be out farming. He has placed a Republic here, so that's given me the idea to send him a BFB. Yeah, because if I do start farming, then I'd kind of struggle against a BFB a bit, because I'd need to sell some farms for a defense, of course. So I decided I'll just keep on to my money. And yeah, you can see by his helis coming down here, he wants to send a BFB, because that's like PC mouse tracking kind of stuff. So yeah, we both send each other a BFB. I'm still quite ahead in eco, 150. And yeah, we both balloon boost, except I missed my balloon boost, which is really unfortunate actually. I was like half a second too late. I decided, no messing around, I'll just get up an Apache, because I knew that I was out ecoing, and I hoped that eco would be enough to out farm. And yeah, he's going to try defending his BFB with just helis and ices, which, not an awful shout. I just feel like it's a bit of a waste of money getting that ice in the back there. And I feel like an Apache is more solid as well. And I feel like the rest of this game will show you whose choice was better. Yeah, and I feel like maybe if I had balloon boosted the BFB, we could have forced like a tower boost from him, but we didn't, so that's unfortunate. And yeah, we're now pretty much tied on farms. I am slightly ahead, and I'm ahead in eco as well. And in terms of defense, I'd much rather my defense than his. Like, my popping power on my heli is very, very good. Although his ice back here will be very useful for ceramics late game, it's not really doing too much right now. So yeah, round 22, really no point sending anything at either of us. Now that he's got the ice here, any balloons that really come near it is just going to be stopped, so there's very little point. At this point we're just going to play fairly passive, so I'm going to speed this bit up, and we're going to be taking it late game. But as you can see, I will be gradually out farming. He's not too far behind right now, but as time progresses, I cannot speak. As time progresses, the eco will make a bigger and bigger difference, and I will probably be out farming him late game. Okay, round 24 again. There's really not going to be much action until round 30 here. So I've got my factory quite a while before him. I probably should have slowed that bit down, but yeah, as you can see, I have got my factory before him. I decided why not try to overwhelm the heli. That's not going to work. But it was fun to try, and I got a bit of eco out of it, I suppose. So he's got up his heli here, but I've got valuable bananas, and as you can see, the eco difference is quite vast. What's that like? It's like 270 or something, roughly. I think 270-ish eco on my head, which is quite a lot of eco. Yeah, so you're going to see just a gradual out farm here. Round 27 miles are going to be no problem for an Apache. I'm going to slow it down when it gets to around, when it gets to around round 30, I'm going to slow it down a bit, so then you can see the late game all-outs. So yeah, round 28, I decide I'll get up one last factory. And yeah, he's not treading too far behind, but I am ahead. So I'll get up one more factory because there's no point farming after round 30. But everything round 30 and before is worth getting up, I think. He decides to send a Zom on round 30 instead of 32, which I was kind of thrown aback. I was kind of confused. I was preparing things and then he decides to rush. So let me put this on normal speed now. So yeah, he decides to send Zoms. I decided to send some fast cooldown Zoms because I felt like with his farms he would have a very hard time defending that, and also the more pressure I put on him, the less Zoms he can send at us. So all I have to do here is just defend this one Zom and I'm fine. Whilst on his side he has to defend his. And also, I do have 2 factories, whilst he only has 1, so I'm getting more money from him. I'm getting more money than him as well. So round 32 here, the round 32 ceramics made a huge difference in popping this Zom early, as you can see. I popped it way before he did, especially thanks to the Apaches from the out farming. So yeah, I guess I'll push shards just for a bit of popping power to try and blend in with the round 32 ceramics again, and as you can see, it does definitely help as well. It just deleted those mobs there. I do have to ice stall a couple times though, just to be certain. I probably didn't have to. I just wanted to be safe. And at this point, he has to defend like 3 zombs on his side, whereas I only have to defend this one. We both have a tower boost left, so I was pretty confident that at this point it didn't look like I was defending his side at all. So yeah, I'll just defend this one relatively easily, and then it's all on this side, whether or not he can defend this one. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to tower boost here, just to get it out of the way. I probably didn't even have to tower boost, but I wanted to make sure that I wasn't being stupid. So yeah, I decided to sell an Apache for an ice stall, just to be perfectly safe, slow things down a bit. And plus I'll get some ices in the back for the ceramics. As you can see, these zombs here are making a lot of progress. He decides to send some last minute mobs against me to try and get them past, but sadly it just won't be enough. The ceramics will overwhelm, and Milk will be taken down 2-0 in the Bloons Super Tournament. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.